Hey, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Johnny. You see here?
No, I haven't taken a look yet. I just saw the message. Well done from that swing alert.
Thank you, buddy. It wasn't just me. It was, I think it was Psychic who initially brought it to my attention, and then I did some DD on it. I didn't like it at 13 because the earnings wasn't that good and the guidance was bad. But then, when I saw it at the 11s, I was like, holy shit, this is a good deal.
Remind me, is that Turtle Beach here?
Yeah, and they had a huge short interest. It was like 60% shorts. Then I was going through my long-term portfolio and I realized that they covered the shorts yesterday. There was like 1.7 million shares covered.
Oh, wow. Guys, just a heads up on TVIX. So yesterday the HOD for most of the day was $25.15. That's pre-market highs today. Looks like there is one price at like a few in like around 4 a.m. though, like 25, 23. But other than that, yeah, it's the main volume was around like 8:30s, 8:30 a.m. 8:39. Guys, look at OTLK. The only reason I know about this ticker, other than the gappers list today, is because we had a member get stopped out on OTLK. Looks like they had gotten filled like 25 cents below their stop price because they used the market stop. You can review this one because it was a low floater. Spread was huge. They just took them out. This ticker is gonna reduce in spread size the further it goes down. The higher it goes, the bigger it's, the smaller it's gonna get. It's down 40%. I might try and do a long, like a day trade long on this, a small position size. If it goes against me, I'll average out and I'll take a few hundred shares or 1,000 shares or something. We'll see. Also, AVGR, penny stock, gapped up. Also, check out HSDT. HSDT. It's down 62%. Gap down from yesterday, 630. Oh my God. It looks like Amazon and T-Mobile just announced an agreement to bring Prime Video to T-Vision.
Bring Prime Video to what?
T-Vision Home.
What's that?
I'll read it. Prime to T-Vision. It's T-Mobile's rebranded and upgraded version of Layer 3 TV. I don't know what Layer 3 TV is. T-Vision customers with a Prime membership, so I guess Amazon Prime, will be able to discover and watch all Prime content, including Amazon Originals, thousands of premium shows and movies, live events, and more through the Prime Video app on T-Vision. I'll post this.
Morning, fellas.
Good morning. What's the ECB? Economic Control Board? What is that? Oh, European Central Bank. My mistake. Yeah, there's a bunch of news on the European Central Bank.
There's also a British report on manufacturing sector, so that may be part of it.
Yeah, and our CPI numbers came in. It's pretty weak. China's one is pretty weak too. Ooh, we get crude oil inventories today.
Anyone see Captain Marvel?
No, but I'd rather not hear about it because I haven't seen it yet.
Wait, isn't it? It's not even out yet.
Yeah, it's been out for a few weeks this year.
Oh shit.
I love that. TJ, oh shit, Echo. Yeah, I just saw an article on the movie theaters, so they were talking about it.
Can you put your mic on push talk, please? We can hear you breathing.
Oh, sorry about that. I switched the mode.
No worries.
Man, I knew I should have bought Levi's again.
There's news on some weed company. It looks like definitive agreement signed. 2 weed companies. Okay, guys, we have 1 minute until market open. TJ, what are you watching here? What do you want to trade for? What's everyone trading for open?
Not sure. I kind of want to take a look at Lyft. See if I can add that. I want to add. I guess Roku too.
I just watched the watch list. I did. AMD.
So I kind of like Baidu. If it stays over here. Fuck, it already went up. So maybe a short then. Short under 180.
INPX AVGR MBII Hebrew
I'm more short biased on AMD, guys. Again, here's Le VWAP, as the French would say. Yeah, I'm gonna take a starter on AMD, guys. I know that AMD has resistance at 2760. That was from yesterday, and they just tested it there again. And it's also right over VWAP. So again, more short bias, but it's market open, so anything goes. Don't start your positions heavy. I'm in a short on AMD, guys.
Had a horrible fill on Baidu.
You're right at that 2750 idea for your AMD short if you want to take a start. Or you can take your 2760 resistance if you want.
Alright, Baidu was not that bad. Oh wow, look at that tank. Look at that.
What's the ticker or something?
BIDU. I'm already out now, but that was all I wanted.
MSM
Ooh, amazing.
Thought I got a horrible fill. I was like, damn it. Luckily it wasn't that bad.
Watch the AMD break, guys. 2750. I'm considering taking a long on Roku at like 59 bucks. For a bounce. Only for a bounce, though. Quick scalp. 30, 40 cents. Oh man, AMD's looking weak. Oh, as I say that, it tanks 5 more cents.
PT
Man, they're just eating all the support on nothing. 40 has to hold. AMD 40 is support. 41 was previous low of day as well. Before they tanked it to like 2720s. I'm gonna take a long, guys, on TVIX. I think SPY is gonna continue downwards. Now low of day break on SPY there.
I took that AMD long. Let's see how it goes.
Guys, you watching Roku? It's at 59 here. I missed the entry at 59.01. Oh. Just gonna add more to my AMD short.
What? I went long on AMD.
Oh, I would go short because I'm short. Did you go long on purpose?
Yeah, I thought that was the plan.
No, I said short it at 2760. Short it its resistance. Oh, there's
2760? Because I went long at 2749.
Okay, I don't know. I just alerted it when it was breaking VWAP there when it tested 2760 right at 9:30. I took the short near the top, and it went down 20 cents from there. So I just remember it was yesterday's previous. It was like resistance level yesterday. Plus it was over VWAP, so I like the short. Plus it correlates with your short at like 2750. Just a quick short.
Yeah, I'm looking at a Roku long.
Yeah, Roku long 59.90. Yeah, SPY is going up. I think Roku long is good. 50 unless there's news, because volume is just picking up here.
INPX.
Yeah, volume is just getting bigger on Roku. I might wait for either the 59 break or more of a
IZEA.
continuation down before going long on Roku.
I went long just for a bounce to 59s. Probably getting like 59.10 is my initial target. 15 maybe.
All right, I'm gonna wait on it.
Hebrew.
Like yeah, I'm just gonna wait on Roku, TJ. It looks good, nice reversal hammer, but they used a lot of volume here. Consider taking a scale out here, TJ. I don't know if it's
Yep, I did. I got it.
Well done. There you go. There you go.
And it hit 59.10 too.
Yeah, the spread was a little big there at 10 cents or so. So anyway, great scale out or exit, whatever you did there. Guys, AMD, for me, it's a short. Yeah, just my DD on SPY is gonna go down today. So I'll just keep my eyes on SPY.
I got out of AMD too, just because you're shorting it. I was looking at the linear regression channels, and that looks pretty nice on my toss set.
CCNI. BRSS.
Yeah, I'm probably, guys, on AMD, I'm probably just gonna add up to like 28 bucks here. I'm pretty confident on my analysis today on SPY. Spend some time this. Also, they're still under the other pre-market highs at like, so around like 7 a.m. I was at 27.71. So we still have resistance. Looks like volume slowed down a bit here on AMD. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep fixing my averages, taking off risk, re-adding, doubling down, taking off risk, and I'll take it down to 27 bucks.
JRQL.
Just looking for a good place to add on TVX. Thinking like 24.70.
AVGR.
Yeah, look at that tank C. Really, really hard pullback on AMD, guys.
Man, I can't believe how much I got on that Roku trade. That's beautiful. I only wanted 30 cents, but that was beautiful. I got one more scale out left, so let's see if I can scale out over here over there.
Oh, you have a 10K ask here, 59.20, TJ? Did you get out on the...
Still in.
All right, yeah, so if you get that 20K eaten, or the 10K or whatever, then it's a lot healthier, but it looks like, I don't know, it tanked on that ask appearance, so...
MBII.
Very healthy bearish candle here too, TJ. You could just add back your risk that you took off.
Huge candlestick, so I'm not gonna add on to it. I'll just wait.
Yeah, I'm thinking 58.50.
PSMT.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get a 58.50 entry, TJ. Ooh, there's a nice gap here. It should tank under 58.50 actually, guys. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy Roku at 58.50. I'm gonna wait. Guys, AMD, look at that. Alerted the ad at 27.70. HOD, it's at 27.50, down 20 cents a share. Under 50.
INPX.
This is so good.
SQNS.
On the next break over 50, like when the ask hits 51, I'll take off some risk. But like I said, I want to take this down to 27. Quite confident on my SPY analysis today.
All right, buyers are stepping up here, so I think I'm just gonna hold on to it. Hopefully, it goes up.
It looks weak here to me, TJ. Like, I don't know. I think we'll break the low of the day, TJ. Just add it back. Just re-average it. I think 58.50 might tank under, but if it doesn't, it'll bounce really, really nicely for the bulls. I think you'll get a much better average.
Levi.
There's 58.50.
LHC. I.
Oh, and if anyone is watching the stream, please make sure to like the post and stuff like that. I guess it's not a post. Like the stream, I guess.
TJ. Analysis is good. I wanted to get the entry at 58.50, but I didn't take it.
Bro, I'm going for at least 30 cents a share. This is bringing my average down. I want to try and get at least 50 maybe. Who knows?
What's your average?
BLNK.
58.71.
Well, you got your 30 cents here, so consider a flip. I'm thinking it's more of a short under the 59.20 mark.
No, it held support. It's holding support. So if it stays over 58.50, this could run all the way up to 59s.
Where do you see the 50 support?
You alerted it. So as long as it stays over 58.50, I'm happy.
Oh yeah, because like there's nothing under 58.50. That's why I'm thinking it's gonna tank under 58.50. There's like a little wick at 58.35, but the candles compared to the volume just it looks a little weaker, TJ.
No, look at the 30-minute chart. It's beautiful bounce area.
LTRPB.
Yeah, but if it tanks under 58.50, then obviously it's a short. I won't stay in there longer than that, but it should hold this area here. That's what I'm hoping.
INPX.
I bought SMAR too, so holding on to that. I didn't like the spread on SMAR, so I put a limit order. It got filled, so that's good.
IMPX in the scanner, broke HOD. Baidu 177.44 low of day, TJ. AMD 2740, guys. Alerted the ad at 2770. Yeah, AMD's tanking. Anyone see this on AMD? Oh, by the way, news came out. Let me read it here one second. SPY approaching HOD, TVIX moving with it. Which means AMD tanking on the SPY put. SMA is just consolidation here. Yeah, I think AMD is going to 27 bucks. I'm gonna wait to take more profits off or more risk. I think TVIX is gonna break HOD here.
HTGM.
TVIX HOD break. Roku 58 under 58.50. Looks like they're going to try and save Roku here. Multiple of them stacked at 58.45. There's the thing. 35 tested for a split second. They got sold into, but yeah, 58.50 is the key level here.
Egol.
Oh, Trump says he will not release his tax return while he is under audit. It says people
Yeah, right.
He won't release it while what?
while he's under. Also, guys, I think ACB is going to be an all-day fader today under 884. So if you can short it, you can consider doing a short. I'm going to consider doing a short on ACB today. Add up to $9. Guys, check out that TVIX long idea I mentioned earlier at 2470. I thought 2470 was good. It was moving along with SPY. While SPY was approaching HOD, TVIX was approaching HOD. It's a 45 cents move here. Didn't go back below 2470 from that alert. Like,
INPX.
What time was it? 940, 938 or so. 2520s. My first alert on was around 2490s. And then the ad would have been 2470s. All right, I'm already at my target again too. So, how's everyone's day going so far?
Oh, it's going good for me.
What'd you do with your Roku?
I'm still holding on to it. I want to add on to it, but not yet. I got 1,000 shares left on this trade, so, might as well hold it.
Okay, TJ. Well, off the 58 bounce, I would like in your position. I would consider doing like You see, the problem is that there's so much volume here. Like, consider a double down. Get your like average to 58.20s, and
I have no problem. I want to add it right when we just broke 58.
Yeah. So on the re-break of acting resistance, I think it would be decent here. On this 58, we'll re-break here.
Perfect. I got that.
Okay, I like the long here at 58.03. I'm in TVIX and AMD though, so I'm just watching these. There you go. So if they break 58.20s here, TJ, expect to move back up to 58.60s. At least resistance 58.35 and 58.45 and 58.50. But yeah, this candle needs to get eaten 58.22.
TRXC. INUV.
There's your 58.22 resistance, TJ. They ate it. They're gonna try hard here. They got it.
Yeah, I need 58.29 to break even.
Was it a double down?
Sorry?
You doubled down? You have 3,000 shares now?
Actually, 4,000.
Oh.
1,400. I didn't get a full fill. One thing I miss about CFDs, at least I get my full fill.
10K on the ask at 58, TJ. I just saw 7,500. Looks like 87.50, 25, 20. The volume's here, but it seems kind of even. I think they'll make the push here in this next minute or two, TJ. They're gonna have to, or I don't know.
TJ, Johnny, I'm
Anti.
seeing a lot of INPX chatter on Twitter. Do you guys have any thoughts on that one?
Yeah,
It's a piece of shit.
yeah, piece of shit penny ticker. That I think we alerted this to short it when I was at like 15 or 20 bucks last year,
Got it.
and now it's at $1.
Well, looks like all the pumpers are doing their job today on that one.
Yeah, well, life of a pumper, can't trade, so that's the pump. Like, how easy was AMD today? I don't know if you were paying attention. It's on the watch list, 27.50 long over short under. Did a short at 27.60, did an ad at 27.70, took it down to 27.30, which we know is like, what are we gonna do? Pump AMD?
Right. No, I put it up right when TJ said he went long. I just pulled it up to see what it looked like, and then I heard you say, "Oh no, I said short." I was like, "Wait, which way is it, man?"
Pets.
Yeah, it's all good. TJ, did you have a coffee yet? I was surprised. You misheard me.
No, I made money on that. I got a really good entry. But what is it? On AMD, I never, what's it called? I don't lose money on AMD usually.
Yeah,
That's why it's my go-to ticker. If the markets are dead like today, I just go to my, the good tickers.
guys, AMD is back at TJ's watch list idea, 27.50 long over short under. It's VWAP, 100 EMA, 200 EMA. I think we'll get a nice hard rejection here. Let's see what happens.
Mosey.
TJ, you see your lift? TJ.
Yeah, I know. Tanked.
Yeah, like, what the hell? Right at 9:30.
Should we? Is it a buy here? Is the question.
What's the IPO price again? 72.
Yeah, 72.
GTN.
It's hard to say. I don't think it's a buy.
AVGR.
I think we should wait for a double bottom at 62.60 low of day or 62.50 test before trying to go long. It just doesn't look. It looks weak.
That's when I love to buy it.
Yeah, like 63 just got tanked on right there.
Stop talking about it. I have to load up.
NVCR. CPST.
I think I got a really good bottom on SMAR. The spread is shitty, but you know, it's not too bad.
Plan.
TJ, look at Roku.
Now, I'm watching. So guys, SMAR fundamentals are strong. SaaS company, and what else? Pretty much dollar retention rate is ridiculously. The expectations is like 20 to 30% year over year. So, you know, I bought that one. I was waiting for a bottom on it, so hopefully I got the bottom there. Oh, Roku's at my average.
Yep. 20 EMA test, TJ.
INPX.
The candles are healthy. I think it's better to stay in your long, but you can take off some risk and just add it back if you want.
ATI.
I think volume's going to start picking up here too, TJ, on Roku long. $58.30 should break hard. If it does, TJ, it's pretty much main resistance here. That's also the 20 EMA, which is interesting. Okay, I think we'll get a pop to $58.45 or a hard drop back down to $58 here. They gapped it up too. There's a 3-cent gap on the up, trying to open and close this over VWAP. Sorry, over the 20 EMA. All right, time to add more to AMD.
Pets.
SPY tanking. SPY knifed on the 1 minute down below the 200 EMA. Just the all that support.
All right, scaled some out there. That's beautiful. I got 1,000 shares left.
Oh, nice. You got that 58.40 push?
Even better. Let me check my exit on that.
Beautiful. Small little push before the tank. So
I got some out at 36 and 35s. That was beautiful.
sweet. So you're out of the position now?
No, I have 1,000 left.
Okay.
MVIS. INPX. BPYPP.
Guys, spy low of daybreak. TVX so good. Not
SFUT.
resistance yesterday, 25.15. And TJ, you covered that short on Baidu. That's at 176.
GTN. CFRX. ATI. CORRA.
You guys still there?
Yep.
Chat went silent, so I thought you guys jumped off.
No, I'm just looking at my large cap.
Gotcha.
I'm just looking for some plays and hit my target again, so I'm kind of just looking
Me
around.
too. Take a look at NVIDIA. What do you think?
Are you in NVIDIA?
So I was looking to pick up some calls on a pullback, but I'm not sure if we're going to get any follow through on that. It's just everything looks kind of weak right now. Like it's there's no juice flowing through the market.
How long are you planning to hold it?
Yeah, that's about what I was going to ask you.
Oh no, it was just going to be a day trade.
Here, I like it because it's healthy. It's holding a trend. It's at HODs though. SPY is coming down. It just broke HOD again. Maybe try not to fight the trend on this one.
Cry.
But I might consider doing a short on AMD. I could go long to hedge my AMD, but considering the short on NVIDIA here.
You just mentioned you were looking for some plays, so that's why I mentioned it.
Thanks, Paul. It's just like I want to short it, but I don't want to get squeezed hard. And since the trend's so healthy and volume is just staying constant, if not just picking up and staying overbought, then I don't know if I want to fight this one. I'll wait for a bigger move, maybe a 193 resistance test.
Neo.
It's also a VWAP test on daily. VWAP on daily is 194. And then there's not much else over that. 193.49 is going to be our main resistance. So yeah, maybe I'll consider shorting at like 193 with NAD at 193.50, and then I'll reverse over and take it up to like hopefully like 196.2.
Gotcha. Yeah. Oh, that's it. Daily VWAP. I didn't even look at that today. I was looking at the 5-minute VWAP.
That short would have been cool, but yeah, it's just an expected pullback there. If it goes under 192, I'm gonna laugh though, because I did want to take the short here. They better hold it over 192, because I might just take the long on the video.
I love that, Johnny. You're like, don't fight the trend on this one. I think I'm going to take it short.
I'm like, oh, I'll wait for 193, starts tanking. I'm like, like here it looks decent for a long, you know, like up to, I'm going to consider taking a long here and then adding at like 190, 180 for a support test, and then closing tight under maybe 10 cents.
It's like that guy that I think he posted on Reddit or something. He's like, yeah, I kept, trying to take my signals and I kept losing on every trade. He's also, I just started doing the opposite of what I would do. He's all, and I started making money.
Like there I knew I didn't want to buy it because it's HOD. Because I don't like those kinds of trades. Anyone can buy an HOD break or stop limit buy over the HOD. Trend's healthy, so I'd rather just wait for a pullback to buy. Like there, that 192 would have been great for a scalp. It is a lot of risk though to make what, 20, 30 bucks on 100 shares, or 200 or 300 on 1,000 shares, you're using a lot of money for a quick scalp on Nvidia. So.
I finally added on to Roku. Didn't want to interrupt you guys.
And that's why you're looking for calls, right? Just use less.
Right. Yeah, that's how I was looking at calls.
I understand.
Less capital outlay. I'll tell you what does surprise me. I'm looking at Boeing right now too, and I'm just the resilience of this stock to not fall and like the worst news. Like your planes are killing people, your shareholders are going to sue you. Nobody cares. It just seems nobody seems to care.
Their planes are killing people.
You know, like the 737s, because the way they designed the speed sensors, because they rushed it to market, it came out that they removed some features that they would have normally designed into as a safeguard, and people just don't seem to give a shit. They're just the stock's holding over 360, which to me is like shocking. But
Well, it isn't. Take a look at what Boeing makes. Their government contracts are enough. They have.
yeah, I mean, it must be that because the shareholders themselves are already pissed because they cost Boeing by not being forthcoming about the flaws in the design of the redesign. Cost shareholders over what they say 36.
So remember, it's not only about Boeing; it's about the countries that Boeing is affiliated with, which is almost every country in the world. So when you have a country like, for example, Ethiopia, that has a law that says that the pilots don't need this feature, you don't have to pay for this feature, then that's not on Boeing. That's on the country's law. If the country has a law that says you don't need to have this to fly, you could save money by not buying this feature. Well, obviously the airline company's not gonna pay for it if they're gonna save money because they're thinking of their shareholders too before their clients.
So let me clarify. So yeah, it's not about like an upgrade feature. It's literally like one of the redundancies built into a plane in case one of the speed sensors is damaged, so that the plane doesn't literally crash. And every other plane on the market has multiple, if not 2, 3. And the 737 MAX only has 1.
Right, but the 737 MAX is one line of airplanes out of all the other ones that they have, right?
But it's their biggest selling model.
No, but it's not that. That's just a small piece of the pie. Most of their money is coming from the defense contractors too.
Right. That's why I agreed with you earlier that it must be the defense deals that are keeping them floating above, at these levels, because otherwise you would have seen this sell off like a waterfall. I mean, it seems like logic would dictate that we would see a massive sell off just on shareholder lawsuits.
No, but you guys aren't remembering the one thing. Even the U.S. government owns Boeing. Like it's not a stock that no one owns. This is a stock that every single fund in the world owns.
Agreed. Yeah, I'm definitely not. I'm just.
And they won't be. They'll try and keep it up as much as they can because they can control it. No one has that kind of money to throw away on Boeing, like to control it, except for them. So, they're all going to scale out slowly if they had to reduce some size. But realistically, like, this is a slap on the wrist. They make $100 billion in revenue a year. Like, yeah, they'll get sued. It might take a couple years, but how much is it going to cost them? $1 billion maybe? If it even gets up to that price, which I doubt, that's nothing. That's not even 1% of their income. So why are we worried about Boeing going down? Like, Boeing shouldn't be going down this much if they're not even losing 5% of their income. The dollar money, the money value, it's there. Their growth is still there. And they're fixing the issue. So, what's for shareholders, the only issue is the lawsuits. But the lawsuits will give negative publicity. But this is Boeing. What are you going to choose? You're going to go with that French company? What is it? Airbus? I love Airbus personally. I think Airbus is so much better than Boeing products altogether. But, we won't do that. We're going to go with the U.S. company because that's what U.S. usually does, right? And those relationships, it's crazy.
Oh, we might have a double bottom on the daily at 361.50.
You're talking Boeing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at that too. I was like, should I buy here?
I'm thinking about buying as well. Maybe for a swing. I usually don't swing trade, guys, but this looks pretty decent over 361. I'll see how it's doing later in the day.
Yeah, maybe like end of day. I see that 361.50 level, 48.
361 is the 200 EMA as well.
To confirm this, does anyone have the estimate on the damages that was done by these accidents?
Well, the thing with the estimate's hard to pinpoint because the negligence factor is going to be weighed into the final number, plus the payouts to the families, which probably won't be all that much.
H.
Realistically,
Realistically, it won't. They're gonna go by the payout from whatever they make on an annual basis. Maybe add 12 years to it, call it a day, or maybe 20 years. Who knows? Even with 20 years,
Not necessarily, TJ.
yeah, everyone's gonna want a payout. They're gonna drag it out in courts. No one's gonna have money. Their husband or mother died, or it just
I know,
doesn't.
TJ, but the way it works is with class action lawsuits, you don't have to join a class action lawsuit. You could sue them by yourself if you.
Yeah, I know. Who has the money for that?
Well, in this kind of case, any lawyer would be willing to do it.
we'll take it on contingency.
It's literally free. It's free money if a lawyer.
Because they know
Yeah, but you have to remember, these guys are gonna drag it out for years. What was that Monsanto thing that took 3 years for the guy to get 200 million or something?
Yeah, agreed. I think Boeing will probably just step up and say, "Hey, we're gonna settle out of court because they don't want to go to trial because trials always cost them more money."
And that's not only about the money too. Sorry to
It's the PR. They don't want the PR.
Yeah, publicity, exactly. They don't want to go to court. Because that's why you always hear the case will get settled out of court. But you always have that one person that does not want to settle, and then that person who takes them to court ends up losing, or they might win too. But it's better to just settle.
Okay, let's do the math here. Okay, 700. What is it? 570 million outstanding shares. From that, let's say the drop was $80 a share. That's $46 billion. I don't ever think it's like the market cap decrease on it is $45 billion, 45.6. Do I think that's the yeah, it doesn't make sense. They're not gonna give out $45 billion, so I think it's a deal, realistically. Unfortunately, but it's a good time for people to buy, so I guess it's not bad. Not bad for us, horrible for people, but yeah. Plus that 2% dividend is pretty sweet. I think the easiest approach. Oh wait, I gotta get out of real quick. 1 second.
AVGR.
In any case, I love the conversation. Definitely gives me some alternative perspectives to consider in here.
Yeah, and guys, remember this is all about money, right? And like Boeing just secured a $4 billion missile defense contract.
SFET.
Okay, so it's probably around 25 million is what I see here. It's 25 million. How many people died? 25 million per person. So how many people died?
I don't know, a few hundred.
Like 400 or something. Almost 400.
So $1 billion. Right.
There you go.
There you go.
No, that's 10 billion, isn't it? No, wait.
CFRX.
Yeah, it's 10 billion. 10 million, sorry. No, 10.
Sorry, you said 25 million per person?
400 people.
Times 400.
Oh, 400 people. Right. Okay, so 20, yeah. My bad. 10 billion.
It's a lot.
Which is 10% of their income. So again, the market cap decrease was what, for 50 billion? So not really. What was it again? I forgot the number. I just calculated and forgot about it.
I think you said 530.
Okay, something like that. Anyway, so still not bad. Less than 20% of the actual market cap
Guys,
decrease.
We know that they're not going to get paid out 10 billion. That's not happening.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's probably what they're going to round it up to.
70%. So this is what's going to happen. Okay, 70% of institutions own this, right? And governments own this, and governments have contracts. So we know that the governments and the institutions do not want this to tank. They're invested in it. So they're going to do everything that they can to keep it up.
Alright, I scaled out more. I got 500 shares left on Roku. Man, this is such an easy trade.
TJ, when you exit your trade, consider the reverse, man, because you left a lot on the table, not reversing that one.
Remember, I'm not trying to scalp. I want to try and hold longer as much as I can.
Okay, so you're just looking for a really good average to swing this one? Because I think it's good with a retrace back to 60. The only thing I don't like, though, is that on the daily chart, a reversal hammer into two bearish candles, 1 week, one. It's still early today, though, so we'll see what happens today. But they opened both the past 2 days under the 50 EMA on daily. Yeah, the gaps were not good. The first gap came on an 8 EMA rejecting 20 SMA on daily. Second gap came on the 8 tanking through.
Fuck, I wish I had a Bloomberg terminal. I could search up all this data. But realistically, what we need to find out to make sure that this is true is just go and find an impact report on the stock after a crash happened, and it was based on, it was determined that it was the actual company's. I don't even know how many times this happened in the history of the world. Holy shit. When you look at it, you can see a lot of Boeing ships. Actually, I'm going to organize it by Boeing only.
Hey guys, AMD HOD test.
When you really look at it in this perspective, Boeing's not... Actually, Boeing is pretty bad. It's the biggest. They had the most accidents over every other manufacturer in the history.
SFET.
Actually, wait. One was sabotage, one was pilot error, the other was pilot suicide. So, oh no, 2 pilot suicides on a Boeing. Jesus, I'm never gonna go on a Boeing airplane ever again.
Well, for a while, Airbus had a pretty bad track record because their flight control systems are all electronic versus Boeing, which used hydraulics a lot longer and they tended to be more reliable. But I don't know if that's changed. I'd have to look at the data now. There were a lot of crashes with the A330, the Airbus model. But I don't know. I mean, they sold less planes than Boeing models, so I don't know if that's, you have to factor that in as well. You get what I'm saying, TJ?
Yeah, exactly. I don't see anything that on this thing that shows like Boeing purposely did this. It's not like they purposely um, did something to cut corners. I don't think they did. It was just a faulty.
So look up the speed sensor on the new Max, and there's only one, I believe. And the thing is, a few years ago, you had that Air France flight that crashed into the ocean, and they played the black box recording. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was like a huge thing because, hey, I don't know what's going on, but I know we're falling. And then the captain was like taking a nap or something, and they call him out of his nap or his break. And he's like, Captain, we're not sure what's going on. Like the plane, we can't seem to get out. Our readings aren't coming through. And what turned out was the pitot, it's called a pitot tube, had frozen over on the outside of the jet. And that was the only system that was able to tell them their airspeed. So they were basically flying blind. They had no idea how fast they were going, what altitude, everything was like just, it screwed up all their information. He's like, I don't know what's going on, but I know we're falling. And then they tried to recover or accelerate, but they were basically pitching up and just basically crashed into they basically fell out of the sky like a brick. And so after that, they said, okay, you need to add like redundancies to prevent that from ever happening again. And here we are, 2019, and the brand new model Max 737 is experiencing the same exact issue that caused the accident. So that's, I think, part of the issue too. And a lot of other airline or models have multiple redundancies to prevent any one system from causing a catastrophic failure. And I can't remember what model plane that Air France plane was, but I think it was like either a jumbo jet or an Airbus, a big Airbus model. I'm not sure, but it was a bigger plane than the Max.
Oh, fun fact. So, let's say a plane is crashing. If you stay in the plane itself, go to the back of the plane, the likelihood of your survival rate is at 24%. However, if you jump off the plane, it's at 53%. So, just in case, guys, just take the jump.
Basically, pack a parachute and hope it doesn't decompress. The cabin doesn't depressurize at altitude. Because usually it just falls, it'll knock you right out. You just basically, you'll lose consciousness and you probably won't feel it. But from what I've read, like the wreckages, like there's just body parts everywhere because people's bodies tend to just separate at, on impact.
LOV.
I kind of wonder if the Boeing issue might end up being a little bit bigger than perceived because the real issue is that the plane is not new. It's a 1960s 737 plane. The only difference is they've retrofitted new engines on it, and the engines are not fully compatible with the plane, and that's why they had to create a hack fix to push the nose down because the engines would make the nose ride up and stall the plane. So like basically to reduce cost, they retrofitted an old plane with incompatible engines, and now they have a hack workaround fix to kind of make it work. But then they didn't instruct, pilots how to flip the switch, and the plane doesn't have any proper modern warnings because those old 737s don't give digital readouts. They just have bunches of random switches and lights that you're supposed to understand as a pilot, and so that's where the education comes in.
And on top of that, a lot of the systems are so automated at this point. A friend of mine who's flown for 20 years, he flies twin engines, everything. I mean, aside from a commercial airliner, he said the way they train pilots now, at least for commercial, because a buddy of his